She tried to stay calm, but her insides were like a roller coaster getting more intense. When her daughter and friend wanted autographs, she was non-stop snooping for it. Heizi was unguarded as the concert kicked off. Fans cheered wildly while she performed like a well-oiled machine. The fresh vibe was electric, like surfing waves. Even Annie caught the feeling mid-performance. Heizi, the lead singer, suddenly rallied the crew to improvise and add a song. This song is called A Little Closer. You might think you're younger than me, but maybe I'll want to rest your head on my shoulder like it's a cozy pillow. If I'm feeling just a tiny bit chilly, I want to snuggle up even a little closer to you. Fiery lyrics made you want to jump on stage, igniting fans below once more. Amidst the deafening noise, Heizi's gaze pierced through the excited crowd and collided with Anna's, and Annie understood the deeper meaning behind the song. The boys' enthusiasm was so forthright, but Annie didn't realize that this was a sincere expression of the fun times seemed to flash by like lightning, and even though Annie had a million thoughts racing in her mind, she quickly returned to her daily routine. She's an art dealer and loves her job, which is enough to support herself and her daughter's IOE, with no plans to change her current setup. Yet Heizi's persistence, like falling flowers, exceeded Anna's imagination, though the river flows indifferent. She swung open Anna's shop door and appeared again before her, explaining that she was here because her apartment needed a makeover. Annie eagerly showed the artwork, but Heizi, like a bored kid, casually waved, wanting to buy all. Clearly her attitude towards art left Annie feeling unimpressed. It was as if Heizi thought the shop was a flea market. Maybe she's just a young. Perhaps young girls might be swayed by this extravagance, but to Annie, this frivolity felt like a slap in the face to the art. However, Heizi seemed blissfully unaware of Anna's discontent and was eager to see more artwork. And so, with shameless confidence, Heizi jumped in Anna's car, and off they went to a warehouse together. The secluded warehouse. The air was stuffy, and Annie couldn't help but shed her jacket. But this move made Heizi's heart race as Annie wandered through the artwork. It was as if each piece was whispering to her, yet Heizi's gaze remained glued to Annie. To break the awkwardness, Annie pointed to an oil painting and sweetly claimed it was her favourite piece. As the conversation deepened, the distance between them slowly closed, from mundane life to unreachable dreams, and back to little snippets of real life. They chatted about friends, life, and even let slip their desires and regrets as their hearts began to bridge the gap. Heizi blatantly expressed her interest, making Annie chuckle, and they originally planned to hit a restaurant together. However, when some of Heizi's fans showed up out of the blue, their plans abruptly changed, but Annie fortuitously invited Heizi over to her place. The room was infused with her lifestyle's essence. Every item silently bore the marks of time and told stories from her depths. They joined forces to make sandwiches as afternoon sun streamed in through the curtains. The gentle light softly cast upon them, beautifully painting an intimate and exquisitely cozy scene. As Heizi's gaze caught the photo on the wall, she curiously asked about Anna's past. Annie paused for a moment, her softness betraying an underlying sadness. She met her ex-husband at work, and they quickly developed feelings, loving and supporting each other. They built a happy home, yet that man, whom she had loved with all her heart, betrayed her and ran into someone else's arms. Annie didn't throw a fit, but chose to be forgiving and understanding. She thought that would salvage things, save the family, but reality gave her no chances. Her forgiveness wasn't reciprocated, instead led to her husband's complete departure. What she thought was eternal love faded into thin air with time. Heizi quietly listened. As the calm and strong woman's eyes glimmered with tears, she finally showed her vulnerable side. Like a flower swaying in the wind, enduring endless storms, yet refusing to bow down, this stirred something deeply in Heizi. She understood the weight of that pain and reassured Annie that not everyone is like her ex-husband. At least in this moment, their eyes held only each other, but a phone call interrupted the intimate atmosphere. When Annie returned after the call, Heizi was playing the piano. The melodic notes flowed like a gentle breeze. Annie couldn't help but lean closer, and Heizi firmly took her outstretched hand. The whole moment sparked with electricity. Anna's heart nearly stopped. Her world felt like it held only them, as all pain and struggle faded away in that kiss. But just as Heizi wanted to take it further, Annie halted her movement. Like a startled deer, she darted away, not wanting to get caught in the emotional whirlpool again, especially with the age gap looming. Heizi's eyes dimmed in an instant. She didn't press for anything, just quietly gazed at Annie. She then discreetly took off her watch and placed it on the counter, politely bid farewell, and left Anna's home. Annie leaned at the window watching her walk away, feeling both relieved yet a little lost, just in time to hear her daughter's footsteps returning from